Yeah, my name is Rina Sou, and I born in Cambodia, growing up in Cambodia, and when I born and growing up, when I was 5 years old, my dad was died, and then my mom cannot support me, and then we live with our grandma, and our house taken away, put some rice, so we live with our grandmas, and then in a couple years later, in 2001, there's an orphanage come and to looking for children who cannot support it by parents. So my grandma brought us to register and for us to go to the orphanage and agree with my mom. And then my mom brought us to the orphanage. And then the life in orphanage is growing up wondering, what is family? I mean, what is life? I just don't understand what is family. I've been growing up all broken, and yeah, till later and then 2006 my mom's died, and then that was the worst year. I've been turning away from God. It's like, God, I'm done, and I don't want to talk to you, and I'm angry with you because you take everything away from me, because I have nothing is my own. But and then at the end of the beginning of 2007, I started to come back from God. I realized that I have nothing. I have nothing to argue with God. I have nothing to own. God did not owe me anything. And then growing up, I tried to understand what is life and what is family mean. And then, yeah, and then I started to understand God, study about God. Who is God? Who are you in my life? And then after I finished my high school, I go to study in DTS, the Discipleship Training School, and then I study about God. And then I feel like after the DTS, I feel like God is leading me to study the Bible. So I go study the Bible in SBS, the School of Biblical Study. And then I study about God, and I find out who God is in me, that I have nothing in Him. I found myself in Him again, and that time is that God restored my life again. And then in the beginning before my DTS, He told me, write down every single moment that you go through in life. So I start to write down since that time, and then keep writing a bit after I finished my SBS. And then yeah, and then I tried to learn more about what is family mean, because I've been really broken in my entire life. I don't have family. I want my family. I want my parents back. But in that time, I learned I learned how to be parents. I learned how to be a parent, and I want to see something change in there. And then one time when I go on outreach, I feel like God is speaking to me that you are a generation. In the middle of the night, I just want to scream out that I am a new generation. I am a new generation. And you know what I want to see? I want to see the relationship in family being restored in Cambodia, because I see the family in Cambodia. In my culture, people get married. What is the goal of they want to get married? You just want to make kids. And then after they have kids, the relationship is gone between husband and wife. And I don't want to see that happen. I want to see parents love each other, parents love kids the way they supposed to be loved. And I have a heart of restoring the relationship in family. And I am a new generation. I want to see the relationship in family being restored. And this is what God had created us for, relationship, for each other. And yeah, and then now I just finished my book, and I studying in the Bible school. I teaching a Bible, and then I know that this is where God leading me to. I want to see people soak in God's word, and I want to see people just dwell in God's word. And yeah, in a Bible school, it's just amazing that I can find myself more in God's word, and He's been restored in my life, and I want to show other people that God can restore their life too, even from nothing to everything that you do for God. Like God use people who have nothing in life for restoring the new generation. Look, I say I have nothing in life, but others people that have nothing than me. So I want to see them see in hope, living in hope that God can restore your life too, and God can restore my life. And this is what I want to see. My book was written to just bring hope to people, to just bring hope that Jesus is the God in your life. And right now I want to go to a counseling school so I can come back and help with family at risk. This is my heart for, like, I want to see wife had been restored, husband had been restored, and children have been restored. I want to see the true joy in a family. And I want what I give, what I speak to people, I want to base my word on God's word. I want to base my heart on God's heart. I want to feel what God feels. And this is my passion for. I just want to see family restored because God created family for relationship for each other.